Hello again, YouTube, back here again with another video. I first wanted to thank those that have recently subscribed to me. We're at 113 subscribers now, which is just crazy to me. And I just want to thank you and hope that these videos are actually helping you. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell down below. And now we'll just get on with the rest of the video. So this video is actually about weed and overindulgence. I'm talking about this because this is something that seriously bugs the hell out of me. And in the light of recreational weed being legalized here in Illinois. But the thing is that I have known so many people in my life that believe they're woke due to the fact that they do nothing but smoke weed all day. And they think that this is something that is benefiting them from smoking back to back to back. So first off, I'm going to start by saying that weed is a plant. This means that this was something that was not man-made. This is something that God placed here for our use, whether it would have been for medicinal reasons, which there are definitely a lot of medicinal properties of weed that can actually benefit people, whether it's for seizures, whether it's for depression, whether it's for anxiety, whether it's for, if I'm not mistaken, Parkinson's, it also helps with too. And these are some of the things that it can do to actually help. If I'm not mistaken, you can actually make stuff out of the, I'm sorry, I was going to sneeze. You can also make things out of the plant itself, whether it's like hemp, and that actually is way more biodegradable than like plastic per se. Now we're going to move on to how people are misusing this and how it can be used spiritually. Because I know that even in church, when it comes to church, people are just like, leave it alone. It's a drug. But at the end of the day, this is actually something that can be beneficial on a spiritual journey. Now, thing is, before you close out this video and try to say, well, I'm finna go smoke a whole bunch right now, understand this. So when it comes to anything in this world, whether it's as crazy as cocaine, whether it's as small as sugar, anything, too much of anything can be a bad thing. You can have too much of an orange that has vitamin C. You can have too many oranges and overdose on vitamin C. You get what I'm saying? We as Americans are addicted to sugar and just don't even realize it. And you realize it once you start to try to give up some of these things, whether it's caffeine, sugar, anything like that. So my point is that yes, I believe spiritually you can actually use weed and there's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like there is a fashion that you should do it, not that you should be smoking all the time, because you do not want to make this a habit. So a lot of people that I've known in the past, they have gotten to the point where they will smoke back to back, and then they tell me things like, I can quit whenever I feel like it. I'm not addicted. I can't get through the day without smoking weed. I drive better when I smoke weed when I'm high. And, oh, well, I can't meditate unless I'm high. I can't deal with a situation unless I'm high. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that what they don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, when you are taking something and you're putting this in place of an emotion to go numb, then really what you're doing is you're causing an issue, because you're not going to be able to function from day to day with regular emotions, because every day comes with emotions, whether it's happy, sad, depressed, angry, any of those. I completely understand. Like I said, I know that it can help with depression and anxiety, but I don't believe that you should be doing this all day, every day. And if you are like one of those people, of course, that's prescribed, because I completely get that, where you're getting it from the doctor and whatnot, because there are people that are doing this, and I see nothing wrong with that. But what comes along with a lot of this is people need to address a lot of the problems that's going on inside of them instead of covering it up. 9 times out of 10, if you're prescribed weed, most of the time there's still therapy going on in between that. Mind you that I actually went through postpartum depression with my youngest child right after I had him, and my anxiety was like through the roof, and I had some depression. So I ended up going to the doctor first. spoke to a therapist. I was going to see a therapist weekly to work on these issues. I was also making sure that I was doing meditation and I was doing yoga in between this. I did get prescribed a medication there, but the thing is that I was feeling really jittery whenever I took it. So I ended up stopped taking that, and I actually found an indica to take of weed in order to help. And it was literally like just a little bit to just kind of help take the edge off. But I was still addressing the issues while doing so. I was not driving under the influence of weed. I was not sitting there saying, oh my God, I can't take this, let me go smoke weed. It's totally different if you're trying to get help for this. But do not sit here and smoke weed and think that it's going to fix all of your problems, because you're going to end up with more of a problem. And when you're getting these things happen to you where you're getting angrier than usual because you didn't get any, you're getting mad because you're not able to go smoke, then you don't realize that you're actually going through withdrawals. So I'm just letting people know that while I'm actually doing this video, because it bugs me. Just because you smoke a whole bunch of weed does not mean that you're woke. What are you doing in between this that's actually going to help you on your spiritual journey? Are you doing any reading? Are you doing any meditating without the weed? Are you doing anything of that nature to actually benefit you, to benefit your spirit? If not, then you're basically just covering everything up, and you're just trying to use that as an excuse as to why you smoke so much. Next thing is weed being an actual spiritual tool. Now, mind you, I know there's other things I don't want to touch on because, again, I have never tried, LSD and shrooms. But from what I've seen with shrooms in particular, I do see that it's supposed to actually help you get through a lot more things. But I don't want to touch on that because I ain't never tried it. I'm not suggesting that y'all go and try it. But when it comes to spiritual tools for weed, one thing that I've noticed, that if I ever had just a little bit and actually went into meditation, it was a little bit easier to slip into a relaxed state and to actually get more answers to certain things. Secondly, it also helped me to really think about certain things going on with myself and address them. Mind you, I had watched a video, I can't remember her name. If I find the video, I'll post it below. I was watching a video a couple of years ago before I actually got into this. And one of the things that she spoke on was the fact that weed is an intentional drug. So what this means is that basically if you have weed and before you even smoke it, eat it, whatever the case may be, you put an intention out there of what you want it to do for you. Whether you're saying, I want it to help me with my spiritual journey. I want it to help me to not feel anxious. I want it to help me to not feel depressed. That's exactly what it'll do for you. And I've come to find out that it was actually helpful in that sense. Again, I don't smoke every day. It's literally, it might happen every few months. Like, it's serious, dead serious about that. But at the end of the day, I just want people to have a little bit more information about overindulgence. Understand that too much of anything is a bad thing. I'm really hoping that this will help people also address if they're having this problem. Because let me also say this, if it's the case that you can't go anywhere without being high, like I said, or you can't, it's like if you are being ran, your life is being ran by weed, then there's a problem with that. And you may have an addiction. So you might want to get help for that, because this is actually really serious. But other than that, I think that's really it. Also, one more thing before I actually leave this video. Another thing that I don't do, because I used to smoke cigarettes maybe like 3-4 years ago. Whenever I do actually have any weed, I only wrap it in hemp paper. I never have tobacco. A lot of people like to do it in tobacco due to the fact that it makes them higher. That's dead ass the truth. Nobody really wants to admit that. But tobacco is definitely damaging to the insides. And I also don't know if it's something that we should smoke or if it's something we should eat. I don't know exactly how we should ingest it. But tell me what you guys feel about it. This is just a quick little video kind of me ranting on, because I've gotten sick of people like saying things like this, as well as I also don't tell everybody that I actually have weed every now and then. That's another thing. And some people will not respect that, and instead they'll keep pushing it on you. So you have to know who, if you go tell anybody about this, if you go keep this in the privacy of your home. But that's basically it. I will talk to you guys later. If you haven't already, please like the video, please subscribe and hit the notification bells. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.